Hello everyone. So I've got to compose myself and not get too emotional every time I watch that video. My name is Carlo Clemente and I am the Chief Operating Officer of Grove Token. Thank you for having me. Before I start, I have to say on behalf of John, our CEO, myself, the entire Grove Token community, as that we are absolutely honoured to be invited to manage the booth of the private office of His Highness Sheikh Buju bin Soal Al Maktoum. So we'd like to thank His Highness and also the Dubai Crypto Expo guest of honour, Bassam Mohammed Al Falasi, for their spirit, their grace, their boundless hospitality, and of course, their shared vision for a healthy and wealthier future. We are Grove Token. Thank you. Our mission is quite simple: creating wealth for all by harnessing the opportunities of a secure, decentralized digital currency in an environmentally conscious way. By compensating nature for years of abuse, Grove Token will create a healthier, wealthier, and future for all. But why do I do what I do? The opening video is extremely personal for me. This is my home city. I was born in this city, Brisbane. Brisbane is on a floodplain, unfortunately, and have had some major flooding incidences over the course of the last 100 years. One in 1908, one in 1974, but in the last 11 years, 2011, 2013, and also 2022, just recently a 3.9-metre flood. The occurrences of flooding in my hometown have increased in the last 10 years versus the last 100 years. Everyone may have seen this on the news. My current home state of New South Wales, the entire eastern seaboard was on fire in 2020, called the Black Summer. 26 lives lost, 55,000 kilometres squared burnt, 2,448 homes lost. To give you an idea of the scale of that damage, it's 1,571 times the size of Dubai. Drought. Suicide rates of farmers in my home state are 59% higher than the national average. 98% of my home state was declared drought in 2020. I have to pause on that for a minute. That in a very forward Western civilization, society, that we're in a position that this happens. Just yesterday, I was watching BBC World News. 345 million people from 82 countries face acute food insecurity. This is 2022. 2022, and this is happening in the world today. So this is my why. This is why I do what I do, and I have an honest question for you. Why do you do what you do? For family, for wealth, put your kids through school. But there has to be a better way. So, the Grove Token story so far. Available in over 24 exchanges. We just launched on Gate.io just last week. And I'm putting a question mark and then a question mark. We were hoping we were getting out. We have 2 top 10 exchanges ready to launch. One should be today. If I get to say so, then I'll announce it to you live. And then another one followed last week. Sorry, next week. In a bear market, the world's leading cryptocurrency was down 61%. We launched 1st of March 2022, and during all of the turmoil, we are showing over 1,000% growth up until today, 1,000% growth, even after all of the world financial issues that we've had. We have strong, steady growth. But we are in decentralized finance, right? Now, I left a 30-year career, a retail career, where I deal with people face to face. Same with John, same with Richard, same with John Senior as well, all part of the core team, the founders and co-founders. And we are in the business of people. So for me, how do I get my mum, my dad, my sister, my cousin, my friends to invest in decentralized finance? So John is a visionary, and he thinks the way I think. That's why I love this project, by the way. Thank you, my friend. We have an investor dashboard to take all the craziness and the confusion out of decentralized finance via our website, growthtoken.com. Any investor can connect their wallet, see their balances, claim uncollected reflections, see what's happening with the price. We are massive on passive income. Massive on passive income. We have 8 staking pools. I should say, we launched on the BSC network and then launched shortly after that on the Ethereum network. So we have 8 staking pools, 4 on the BSC network and 4 on Ethereum, plus 2 farming pools, 1 in each as well. Once again, all accessible via our dashboard. And we have a networking bridge. It's important. Some people like to use BSC, some people like to use Ethereum. They have tokens here or they have tokens there. Easily, our investors can actually bridge their tokens across network, nice and simple, once again, through our dashboard. I have to remind you, we are only 10 months old. We're only 10 months old. And already within, 11? Yeah, time goes quick. We've already started the development of a play-to-earn product. And the 2 characters you just saw, the first 2 characters within our world that we're creating, we can't wait to bring that to you, where users, gamers will be able to collect Grove rewards through the gaming play system and plus NFTs as well. So if you want to know more information about that, please come and see us. Our headquarters, we are an Australian-based business, but based in Dubai. We have land acquired, and we're going to build our headquarters here. But this is where the cool stuff happens. We have our business is in 2 parts. We have our token, and we have our business. Our business will be focused on sustainable farming practices, technology, and research and development. So within this ecosystem, we are launching this week 2 commercial hydroponic and aeroponic offers. Once again, for me, this is the important part of why I do what I do, because of the things that I showed you earlier about all of these things happening. Suicide rates 59% higher of Australian farmers. Early this year, an Australian could not walk into a supermarket and buy a fresh head of lettuce. They were empty in Australia. We've got a lot of good farming land in Australia because of floods. And then at the same time, we have farmers in financial stress who have to resort to unthinkable things whilst we have no lettuce on our shelves. You see how crazy that sounds in 2022? Seeing a lot of nodding heads, because it is, absolutely. Our container systems will focus on 2 technologies to start with, aeroponic and hydroponic technologies. Once again, if you want to find out more information, please come and see us at our booth. A container system which has climate system, air conditioning system, dehumidifier, CO2 control systems, water pumping systems, all connected to a little app. But what if our Australian farmers, who have a lot of land, we're a big country, had 5, 10, 15, 20 of these containers that are resistant to the sun, resistant, if they're high enough, to flooding. You can put anything high enough. You should see some houses in Brisbane, they're on stilts. You can put it high enough and still be able to put lettuce on the shelves. So when I want to make a salad, I can. But more importantly, keep the income flowing to those farmers as well, so they're not reliant on drought. So they can feed their families, they can pay their bank loans, and not have to resort to things that you saw before. I get emotional when I talk about it. I apologise, but I don't apologise in the same sentence, because that's why I do what I do. Now, not only that, as part of our headquarters, we will showcase the technology, but not only that, our first floor will have research and development. This technology isn't cheap by a long shot. Like we all know, economies of scale, critical mass, etc., etc. When something is available a lot, it becomes cheaper. Does that make sense? So we want to be the pioneers in developing new technologies to bring the price down of this technology. For example, solar is extremely expensive. But we're already talking to engineers and researching things like printable solar. Now that's cool, right? Imagine printable solar, where you can literally stick it anywhere and make things power without the need to plug it into something. Then on top of that, what if we could put a container in an environment that doesn't have access to town power or town water? You have to drill down deep. And then once you get to, there's water everywhere, by the way, but we have an issue in Australia, specifically when that water comes up, it's salinated, so there's salt in the water. So you're not really going to water your crops with salty water. You have to take the salt out via desalination technologies, etc., etc. So these are the things that we are developing. But not only that, we want to teach the next generation, their kids, their grandkids, etc., on why we should do this. If you buy a container, you can send a team to our facility. Our engineers will teach them how to run this. Now, I have to say, one container, we're going to talk parsley for 1 second. I love parsley. I'm Italian. Well, we eat a lot of parsley and basil and chili, etc., etc. One container can yield per annum 3,000 kilograms of parsley. Our engineer did some calculations, and that translates into $62,000 USD financial return from a single container. $62,000 USD from parsley. Okay? Think about that. We'll have a facility on our website that if you want, I want a quarter of my container parsley, I want some tomatoes over here, I want some basil, right? Then you can actually punch all that in, and it will actually give the investor a revenue amount that they'll make from those things that they want to grow. And they can have as many as they want. And the yield farming I was just speaking about, there are hundreds, literally hundreds of species that we can grow. And remembering as well that the container systems are organic. You don't have to worry about the sun. You don't have to worry about snow. You don't have to worry about flooding. You don't have to worry about pests. In Australia specifically as well, that is a massive, massive issue. That not only do we have all these weather events, increased weather events that are happening, but we've also got a lot of creepy crawlies down there that want to eat our food. That's okay. But no. This is my last slide, and I'll let you be today. We also have a Grove Keeper wallet. It's important not only do we develop our token project, develop our sustainable farming project as well, but to bring utilities. We have a wallet already in development. We will never release something that isn't 100% tested. It's being beta tested right now and scheduled to release our wallet in December of this year. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it from me. Once again, I keep saying to myself, I'm absolutely humbled to be in this space and having this conversation with you today. Absolutely humbled. So if you want to know about how our system works, how our project works, come and talk to John, come and talk to the entire team who are here, and we'll take you through it. Our journey was only realised October last year with a dream from one individual that wanted to make a difference in the world. So how can we bring the power of decentralized finance and bring it into the space of sustainable farming and hopefully create wealth for everyone whilst doing our bit to save the planet? Does that sound like how can you argue with that statement? Do we all agree? Yeah? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you have an amazing second day. It's been an absolute honour to talk to you, and I thank you.